Preventing Scoliosis Progression. Chapter 3. Genes don't change, but they can be managed. Every person on Earth has genes. These genes are like tiny instruction books inside our cells. They help tell our bodies what to do, how to grow, how to heal, how to digest food, and even how our bones and muscles develop. Genes come from our parents, and we all have a mix of genes that make us who we are. Some genes work great, while others have small changes, called variants, that can make certain things in the body work a little differently. In the case of scoliosis, scientists have discovered something very important. Genes can play a big role in how scoliosis develops, and whether or not the curve gets worse over time. It turns out that scoliosis is not always just about posture or bone shape. For many people, scoliosis may actually start deep inside the body, right in their genes. But here's the good news. Even if you have scoliosis-related genes, that doesn't mean you're doomed to get worse. Genes don't lie, but they can be managed. Let's break this down. Genes work together in systems called functional pathways. You can think of functional pathways like teams. Each team of genes helps the body with a certain job, like processing nutrients, managing stress, building strong bones, or balancing brain chemicals. When everything is working well, these gene teams help your body stay healthy. But when several of these gene teams have trouble doing their job, it can cause problems, like scoliosis curve progression. Researchers have found that if a person has 14 or more scoliosis-related functional gene pathways that are not working properly, the risk of their spinal curve getting worse goes up a lot. These 14 or more pathways might affect how your body processes vitamins, how it makes neurotransmitters, how it responds to hormones, and how your bones grow. It's kind of like having 14 different roadblocks on a highway. The more there are, the slower everything moves and the more traffic backs up. In your body, this can lead to more stress on your spine and a higher chance of the scoliosis curve progressing. But, and this is super important, having these genetic variants does not mean your future is set in stone. Genes are not your destiny. Just because you have a higher risk doesn't mean it's guaranteed that things will get worse. You can take action. You can manage your genes by supporting the parts of your body that need help. This is where functional medicine and personalized care come in. So how do you manage your genes? It starts with understanding them. Today, there are special genetic tests that can look at your DNA and identify which gene pathways might not be working at their best. These tests are easy and usually just require a cheek swab or saliva sample. Once you get the results, a doctor or health professional can help you understand what they mean. You might learn that your body has trouble breaking down certain vitamins, or that it doesn't produce enough calming brain chemicals, or that your bones need extra support. With that knowledge, you can build a plan. This plan might include nutrients that your body needs more of, like magnesium, zinc, or B vitamins. For example, if your genes make it hard to process folate, a type of B vitamin, you can take a special form called methylfolate that your body can use more easily. If your gene pathways affect bone strength, you might benefit from extra calcium, vitamin D3, vitamin K2, or microcrystalline hydroxyapatite, which is a special form of bone-building support. Supplements are another helpful tool. These are natural products that give your body the nutrients and support it might be missing. The right supplements can help improve your neurotransmitter levels, like serotonin or dopamine, support hormone balance, and reduce inflammation. For example, if your genes make you more likely to have high histamine levels, which can affect muscles and nerves, you might use supplements like quercetin or DAO enzyme support to help your body break down histamine better. Lifestyle choices also play a huge role in managing your genes. Things like sleep, stress, exercise, and diet can all affect how your genes express themselves. This is called epigenetics, which means your environment and habits can turn genes on or off. Think of your genes like light switches. Just because you have a light switch doesn't mean the light is on. But if you flip the switch by making certain lifestyle choices, like eating processed foods, not getting enough sleep, or being under too much stress, some of those scoliosis-related genes might become more active. On the other hand, healthy habits can help keep those switches turned off. Here are a few examples of healthy habits that can help manage scoliosis-related genes. Eat whole, nutrient-dense foods. This gives your body the vitamins and minerals it needs to support bone and brain health. Get regular movement and exercise, especially scoliosis-specific exercises that help balance posture and strengthen muscles. Use stress-reducing techniques. Things like deep breathing, yoga, or time in nature can help lower cortisol and calm the nervous system. Avoid toxins and chemicals when possible. Some people with certain gene variants are more sensitive to things like pesticides, artificial dyes, or pollution, which can affect their health. Get enough rest. Sleep is when the body repairs itself. It also helps regulate hormones and brain chemicals. So why does all this matter? Because scoliosis is a condition that often gets worse during times of change, like during puberty, big growth spurts, or times of high stress. If your genes are already making it harder for your body to stay balanced, those times of change can make scoliosis worse. But if you know which gene pathways are struggling and you support them early, you can reduce the chances of the curve progressing. It's all about catching things before they become a bigger problem. Managing your genes is like giving your body a helpful guidebook. You're not changing your DNA. You're simply giving your body the tools it needs to work better with the genes you have. It's kind of like owning a car. If your car has a few things that tend to wear out quickly, like the brakes or tires, you wouldn't wait until they fail completely. You'd take care of them ahead of time. Your body is the same way. You can keep it running smoothly if you know where the weak spots are and give those areas extra care. So remember this: your genes are important, but they are not in charge of your future. You are. When you understand your genetic risks, you have the power to take control. With the right knowledge, support, and daily habits, you can give your body what it needs to stay strong, balanced, and healthy, even with scoliosis. This is what makes the future of scoliosis care so exciting. We're no longer stuck in a world where the only answers are bracing or surgery. Now, we can combine genetic knowledge with nutrition, supplements, and lifestyle changes to create a plan that's made just for you. That's the power of managing your genes, and that's the future of scoliosis care.